This video is sponsored by the OG anime streaming service Crunchyroll, where right now you can try the premium ad-free version for 2 weeks absolutely free. Just click the link in the description and give it a shot. Vegeta vs. Moro is coming in Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 61, and I want to discuss this upcoming big and very important fight in this Moro arc, maybe the most important fight of the entire arc. Will Vegeta be the one to take out Moro? There are major implications here that could be the case, and if it is the case, then it's going to give Vegeta fans their long-awaited final W where he takes out a main character. He takes out a main villain, that is. Vegeta's always been the guy who has fought the main villain, but never taken him out, and sort of been a jobber to the stars, if that makes sense. He fought Frieza a couple times, lost to him. He lost to Cell in his perfect form. He was the first guy to get knocked off by Cell in his perfect form. Majin Buu gets hatched. He beats Majin Buu. But at the end of the day, Vegeta has always been someone to still help out, and of course in Dragon Ball Super, he does end up beating Golden Frieza, but Goku still gets the kill. So a lot of fans want Vegeta to actually get a kill on a villain, and it could happen here in the fight with Moro. I want to talk about sort of what happened on planet Yardrat going forward. So one thing that we know about the Yardrat people is that they know a lot of strange abilities. We know that they know things like instantaneous movement, instant transmission, which Vegeta did indeed learn. So now, like Goku, he knows that move in the Dragon Ball story, which could be very useful. He doesn't have to hold Goku's hand anymore like he did in Resurrection F. But also, there are other techniques that Vegeta may or may not have learned from them. And here's the big secret, is that the techniques that the Yardrats have taught Vegeta, there could be several different ones. We know that they know how to enlarge your size. We know that they know how to clone yourself and things like that. And they also know, which is I think the big theory among most of the fandom, this sort of spirit control power. I think a lot of us assume that the spirit control is going to be the key to beating Moro, because the spirit control could be some sort of weird ability where Vegeta can either turn off Moro's magic or counter it. And one thing about this is that I think we may be reading this wrong. I think that when we assume this from spirit control, we may be assuming the wrong thing here. We might be looking at it from the wrong perspective, and I'll explain what I mean by that. I think that the Yardrats talking about spirit control, what it could actually be is it could just be the Yardrat's version of understanding and manipulating ki. Now, I've talked about this in previous videos, how, learning about ki and using ki and energy, it's pretty deep in Dragon Ball. It's rooted in a lot of Eastern philosophy and mysticism, and a lot of it has to do with sort of the energy around you. And I feel like spirit control is just sort of a more maybe hyper-intensive version of that. I actually believe that whatever technique Vegeta will use to actually defeat Moro is not going to be something that's going to be, quote, more powerful than Ultra Instinct, even though Vegeta will need a lot of strength to beat him because Moro is physically powerful, as we have witnessed in the previous manga chapters. But I think that it's not going to be spirit control. I actually believe that whatever Vegeta learns is going to be a technique that has not even been hinted yet or revealed yet. I think that the spirit control is going to be part of it. I think that all of it will tie in together. I don't think the cloning is going to be the real factor in beating Moro, or the ability to grow giant or change your size. I think the trick is going to be Vegeta will probably figure out a way to counter, deflect, or block Moro's energy absorption, but I think there may be more to it than that. And again, I'm not saying I have some kind of secret or Toyotaro told me the spoiler. I'm just saying this is my guess, is that the spirit control is only going to be part of the equation, that the final equation is going to be more than just that. I think that Vegeta has some kind of ability that we don't know about that's going to be introduced for the first time ever in this arc, and I think whatever this ability is will be able to nullify Moro's magic, allowing Vegeta and Goku, Gogeta, maybe Majin Buu, whatever the case is, to defeat Moro. However, I do feel like what's going to end up happening in this fight is Vegeta will go in there and probably perform somewhat okay at first, then Moro will have the physical advantage, because remember, Moro is stronger than Ultra Instinct Omen. So either Vegeta's Super Saiyan Blue has surpassed Omen, and remember, Vegeta's Super Saiyan Blue evolution, or Master Super Saiyan Blue in the manga, is very powerful, and Vegeta himself has grown as a fighter. So the idea of him surpassing Ultra Instinct Omen is, yeah, it's going to piss some people off, but it's not that crazy. Then again, Goku did train longer with mirrors. So I can see why that would be annoying. We'll see how it's executed next month, if it even is. But I do think that Vegeta is going to have to eventually resort to this ability and outsmart Moro. I think this whole fight's going to be about brains, not brawn. I think this fight's going to show that even if your opponent is more powerful than you physically, and even if he has hacks and magical abilities, if you are an experienced fighter with the right training and the right technique, you can defeat him. And I think that's going to be the key. I think Vegeta will outsmart Moro, and if he's going to win this fight, it'll be that way. But I do think he's going to take a thrashing during this fight. I think Moro's going to kick the crap out of Vegeta because we have to see Vegeta bloodied and beaten up. That's just how it is, right? It's just part of his character. But I think at some point Vegeta will unleash this secret move, whatever it may be, and Moro's going down. Let me know in the comments what you think this move's going to be. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, check these out right now.